Welcome. Today I'll be giving you an introduction to my Evo 4. We'll talk a little bit about its specs, what modifications I've done, and how long I've had the car. So please step back and enjoy this video. So this is my 1996 Evo 4 that I've owned roughly about a year now. The Evo 4 ownership is not for the faint of heart. This particular car had been setting for a long time, so once I got it on the road, it of course leaked from every oil orifice that you can think of. But now that she's good to go, it's probably one of the funnest cars I've ever owned. We're going to do a little walk around the exterior of the car, and first up are my Wed Sport 17-inch by 7.5 wheels, and you can also see in there that I have Dixel slotted rotors, which are not expensive at all, but they offer great performance. As far as looking around the rest of the car, the outside is pretty much stock. I wanted to keep a nice clean stock look to the car, but have a built engine. And then you have here my 5 Ziegen Fireball exhaust, which if you watch my previous video, you get to see exactly how loud this exhaust can be. And then going to the front of the car here, you can see that when I first got the car, the OEM fog lights were deleted. I found these fog lights. They are the original PIA fog lights. I found these in Hokkaido from a guy that was parting out at Evo 4. And then my nice monster sticker here on the hood, which if many of you all know or have watched Initial D, you'll understand the reference. Now, even though the body of this car is mostly stock, the engine's a totally different story. The engine was all stock when I first got it a year ago, but since then there's been quite a few modifications plus repairs to leaking oil seals. But I'll start with the intake, which my intake is a Monster Sport intake with the HKS racing suction air filter. And then as you can see here, this is a HKS exhaust manifold. The car did come with a Blitz radiator. The intercooler piping that you see going up to the intake manifold is from HKS, the HKS piping kit, as well as the HKS blow-off valve, and then right next to it you have my Cusco catch can, which for Evos 4, 5, and 6, the crankcase vent was not big enough, so it's highly recommended that you run a catch can. Otherwise you'll find a lot of oil, you get a lot of blow by in your piping. And then coming around here, this Cusco front tower bar, Blitz Z0 coilovers, which I've ran on 3 different cars over the years. Blitz Z0 coilovers are really the best bang for your buck. They're not overly expensive and great quality, great performance. And then as you can see right here in the front, this is a Greddy LS intercooler. The stock intercooler is too small for my liking. And then tucked away here, not 100% sure if you can see in there, but that is a HKS Type R 13-row oil cooler, which it does not take a lot of modifications to go past the stock oil cooler. And then over in this side here, that is actually my coolant reservoir now. The OEM one that used to set in that spot sprung a leak. So instead of trying to find the OEM part, it was easier just to get a new universal unit. Now, as far as like interior modifications, you can see I have taken out the stock Recaro seats and replaced them with the Bride or Brid, depending on where you're from, Zeta 3s. Now, this particular Zeta 3, the driver's seat, is very special. It's been with me in 3 different cars. I'm very attached to the seat, and I don't see getting rid of it anytime soon. For the driver's seat, I have a Sparco 4-point harness, and then for the passenger seat is another Brid Zeta 3 with the Say-Belt harness. And then you have my Momo full speed steering wheel, complete with the little tiny Japanese flag as the horn button with the Momo logo. And then coming over, you have a set of the Defi Advanced BF gauges. And then you have the Blitz power meter, followed closely behind by my Greddy Profect boost controller. And then up here is my SuperCat radar detector, which it is perfectly legal in Japan to have radar detectors. You just can't jam the police radar signals. And then you have my ETC reader, which is kind of like a toll. It's for tolls here in Japan. And then this is my control panel for the Defi gauges, and then my HKS turbo timer. The stereo has been replaced with a car stereo, which is basically Pioneer in Japan. Single DIN, just Bluetooth, no CD or anything. The car came with a car stereo aftermarket stereo anyhow, but it was an older model that still had a mini disc player. So let me know in the comments if any of you all are old enough to remember the mini disc. And then you have my Razzo gear shift knob. These are not overly expensive, but still pretty good quality. But that is as far as it goes as far as the interior mods. Most of my modifications have been concentrated in the engine bay, as you've seen. Thank you for watching this video. As you can probably still see, the car was a little bit dirty from some toge runs on Hakone last night into early this morning. So be on the lookout for those videos. They'll be coming soon. I've got some GoPro footage that I'll be putting up on my channel from the in-car view. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss out on any car and photography content, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.